Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Joe Barber, back again. Good morning. It is Friday, December 17th. It is 8:28 a.m. Uh, Lately, I've been waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, like 4 something. I sleep with, when I sleep with like meditation music on, like depending on what I need. Uh, and if you don't know what that is, you can Google it. But like, there's different frequencies that you can use to help you, like to help your body heal or whatever. And that's what I use when I sleep. At times, I believe in that. I believe that sometimes your subconscious needs that kind of like, you know, you need to work on just healing your body. And I feel like the frequencies, I've studied that before. I even studied this guy when my son was dealing with cancer. There was a guy that was out of Houston, and I found him on YouTube, and he was healing people, or he was trying to heal people because his wife had got sick with frequency, and he was very successful at it. But it seems like they didn't want that to come out, and next thing you know, I'm pretty sure they offered him a large amount of money for him to like kind of put that mechanism away. I'm trying to find a page where it shows like all the different frequencies, but I can't find it. But anyway, frequency is very important to us. We're a big ball of energy, and yeah. So I'm sorry. I usually am pretty prepared when I have my little moments with y'all guys, but I can't find it. I know there was a page that showed like all the different frequencies, and I was just gonna read it to y'all so y'all know. I know like the, oh, here it is. It could probably this one. 777 frequency, that helps. Then there's a lot of stuff that you find when you see repetition of numbers. Those are called like angel signs. And then you got signs out of the universe where you get you experience something, just I don't know, man. You just out of a sudden you feel like, or coincidences that happen. So those are all the things that I'm learning, and here it is. This is the page I was looking for. So like, if you want to relieve pain and tension, it's 174 hertz. Uh, if you want to work on your chakra, it's 285. Liberating one from fear and guilt is 396. So it's that kind of stuff. So when sometimes when I go to sleep, I have a lot on my mind. I'm a big thinker. I think big. Like, I think about my life, where I want to go, where I want to be, how much money I want to make, how successful I want to become, uh, the impact I want to make in this world, and not just like for my family. Like, yes, man, I think about legacy. I think about being a good example for my children, being a good example for my grandchildren, being a good example for my colleagues, my friends, people that I love. I want them to see, like, look, man, this is. I like putting things out when I do achieve things, and it's not because I'm trying to compete with somebody or I'm trying to flex. It's not that. I like to motivate people and let them know, like, look, man, you can do it too. You can be successful in your own right, and you can achieve your dreams, but it's not easy, man, and it doesn't come overnight. It doesn't happen like that. It takes, first of all, it takes a lot of you getting rid of like your old beliefs, like of what we grew up with. And I don't mean to go against your religion, whatever it is. I respect that. What I'm saying is, a lot of things that we learn from our parents, we learn from our family, and we learn, like I said, from music and television. And sometimes it's like we really believe those things. We believe that you're less than, oh, well, they live a better life and they're better off than we are. Or you feel like you can't, like you can achieve joy. Like, we're always living in poverty. We're always living with a bare minimum. And we think like, nah, because if I think that I want to be rich, or I think that I want to be wealthy, or I think that I want to be successful, that you're not humble, you're not grateful for what you do have. And you just think that, well, no, I just like my little house, or I like my little, this is, I'm cool with this. I don't need more. And it's okay, like, to for some people, I know that some people they don't want the drama that comes with success, man, because it's heavy. It's a heavy burden. It really is. When you start becoming successful, at whatever it is that you do, you're gonna have to be able to balance yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, uh, and balance your money, balance your time, balance, everything that goes around you. Because what happens is when you position people that you love to look after businesses, say you have a business and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna put my homeboy to take care of it. I love him. I grew up with him. We have a good relationship. I trust him. And then he ends up stealing money from you, or he thinks because he's part of your crew and you're doing well, then oh well, he could live a like this crazy life or whatever. And it's happened to a lot of athletes. It's happened to a lot of people with money, and it's that kind of thing. So for me, I feel like, man, if you work on your spirituality and you work on your intuition and you connect to who you are, you'll pick up on those kind of things faster. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen because you never know what people think, but I guess that's why I want to work on my spirituality a lot more, because I know I'm gonna be a bigger success than I've ever imagined, and I just want to be ready for it. And that's what I do. I think like that. I constantly think that way. So at nighttime, I don't watch TV. I usually study. I'm always like searching for knowledge. I'm always searching for something on YouTube. I'm looking for people that are like the best at what they do, whether it's business, whether it's money management, whether it's you know, just learning to meditate better. I'm learning more about my chakras and all that kind of stuff, and I never really like was into that. And now I want to connect with people that do yoga, that do meditation, that understand all that, because that's what I want to get better at. So that's my journey right now. And some people might respect it, some people might be fascinated by it, some people might be like, you know what, man, maybe I need to do that too. Either way, that's just my journey in life right now. And I'm planning on getting my school open. I really feel like I'm gonna open it by January. Like this, my goal was to get everything done this month, but it's just been like it's just been a little bit difficult, man. But I have to be patient. I know that I know I'm on the right path. I'll tell you that. I know that for sure. It's just I know that everything happens when it's supposed to happen, and I'm beginning to let go of that, because I'm very impatient, man. Like I'm a go getter. Like I want to get this go done, this go done, this go done, this go done, and let's go, let's get it, let's get it. It's like my schedule for work, man. I'm blessed. I'm booked. I'm always booked. I make good money, and my customers take care of me. Not only do they pay online, prepay and all that kind of stuff, then they bless me after the cut. They send me tips on Cash App. They send me tips on whatever. And man, I really appreciate that. Like people value me, and I feel like all the losses that I've taken in my life. Like when I get blessed like that, I'm very grateful for it. And I don't care about money like that. I really don't. But I know I need it. I'm in the process too of like I'm looking for a house. I want to buy a house, and it's hard to buy a house in San Antonio right now because all the real estate is just very expensive compared to 2 or 3 years ago. It just blew up bad. I don't know if it's ever gonna come back down. So it's like you either gotta buy the houses at the prices they're at, or you wait for the market to crash, or you live in an apartment. And I don't want to live in an apartment because I got my dogs. I got all this stuff going on with me, and I'm just like, man, I don't want to move into an apartment, but I have to make a decision, and I'm waiting for things to fall in place, and it's just like, man, it's a big leap of faith that I have to take, honestly, and I'm willing to do it, like no matter what. I feel in my spirit that that's what I need to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like life is crazy, man. No matter how you look at it, I'm very optimistic daily. I'm not always like 100% like let's go baby, let's get it. But in my morning routines where I meditate, I read, I write my affirmations, I write my manifestations. Man, look, like these are all my plans of building an empire. Like I wrote it on a I was eating, I don't know what I was eating, but that was the only thing that I had to write on. So I just started brainstorming like how many companies I would open, what LLCs I would have, what DBAs I would need, how to position, the guys that are going to be in charge. What people do I know that would be able to run it? talking to two of my lawyers, talking to like all this CPA stuff, like all this business stuff, like it just pops in my head, and I just it's like a big old like playbook, right? And I just that's what I do. I don't know. It just I feel like I'm driven to do those kind of things, and I just feel like I'm being guided to do it, so I just do it. But the reason I wanted to make this video is because I want anybody out there, man, that's chasing your dream. If you're chasing your dream, if you really have a dream that's in your heart and in your mind, don't let anyone take that away from you, man. Don't let anyone take it away, and don't ever shy away from it. You have a purpose. I've been big on that for a long time, telling people like, man, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm here for a purpose. And everybody's here for a purpose. And I know before I said there's nothing special about me, but I'm beginning to understand that there is something special about me. And there's something special about you. You just got to figure out what it is. You know, I don't want to ever speak like that ever again, saying that I'm not special, because I am special. There is something special about me. And I just got to figure out what it is. And I guess that's the journey that I'm on, is figuring out what's special about me. And lately, you know, I've been more conscious about, I don't want to lie. I don't want to steal. I don't want to, you know, do anything negative. I don't want to commit any type of sin that goes against my morals and all that kind of stuff. And I want to be forgiven by anyone that I've done wrong. I want to ask for forgiveness from every person. I can't reach everybody, but I'm speaking it out, and I'm letting it go, man. I forgive my parents. I forgive, you know, anyone that's done me wrong. I don't want to hold on to any grudges. I don't want to limit myself. I don't want to block my blessings. And I suggest that you do the same, man. If you're holding grudges against people, just let it go, man. Just let it go. God's gonna take care of you. He'll provide what you need. Beyond that, beyond what you think, you may think like, man, I want this, I want that, and nah, man, God's gonna do, like, God's gonna be like, oh, okay, and then He'll bless you, and He's gonna bless you beyond measures. But He's only gonna bless you with something that you can handle, and that's the thing. So if you get ready to handle something big, you'll be able to handle it. But you got to do that today. You got to be ready to handle that today. You can't be a barber and be like, man, I want a big old shop and this and that and blah, and you can't even keep that shop clean. Like, and that's what I tell my guys. I'm like, look, man, don't clean the shop to impress me or like my shop. Like, I mean, I love that my guys look out for me and take care of the shop, throw the trash, do all those little things. But I tell them, like, dude, you're doing that for yourself, man. You're doing that for yourself, and you're looking out for the team. But really, it's gonna enable you in the future to be like, man, I already know how to take care of a shop because I took care of this shop. And when my shop comes, I'm gonna treat this shop like it's mine. So when my shop comes, nothing changes. That's the mentality, and that's what I tell the guys. And it's like, look, man, I don't mind taking y'all to eat. I don't care about, you know, I'll buy whatever we need to keep us happy and keep us unified at work. But I can't want it more than you, and then you want the results, but you don't want to put in the work. And I get that a lot from my guys too. A lot of little things happen, a lot of excuses. They leave early, they get there late. You know, they're not hustling when people come in. They don't have a sense of urgency. And the problem with that is when you're a barber and you don't have a sense of urgency, man, people can vibe off of that. People know like you're not valuing them like that, and they won't come back, especially if you don't give them a good haircut. But I would say, man, and percentage wise, I'll tell you, man, like 75% of people that come into a shop that are brand new, if you make them feel welcome that first time, there's a big chance they'll come back. You know what I'm saying? And there's an even bigger chance, 99.9, that if you don't, they won't, man. Why should they come to your shop? Who are y'all? Y'all think y'all the only shop in the city? Y'all think y'all got the best barbers and that everyone's just gonna break y'all's door down to come in because you just have these magnificent hands that just like, nah, dude. You know, I would say 90% of the people that go shop at Walmart, you know where they go get their haircut at? Supercuts. And that's why they're successful. Sports Clips and all those places. Yeah. A lot of people that shop at Walmart because they want the convenience, they just go to those places. Not to say they're getting great haircuts and all that. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, if you think like a businessman, you're going to be like, oh, man, that's their target audience. They don't want to cut the athletes. They don't want to cut, you know, they don't want to cut people like that. Like I know a lot of barbers, man, I want to cut athletes. I want to cut boxers and NBA players, and which is great. But just understand that you can't knock the hustle on their side because their plan's working. So, you know, it's all in perspective, but we have to understand that we have to take care of people. We're in the people business, man. We're not in the haircut business. We got to take care of people, and people will take care of us. People will bless you, and they know, people know who's putting in the work, and when they feel that, they can bless you, man, with a good tip. So you can't always be like, oh man, well, I expect a tip. Yeah, no, don't have that kind of mentality. You're just gonna have this repetition of always gonna be feeling like unappreciated. Like you feel like, oh man, that dude don't appreciate my skill. But that's your perception that you're putting on him or her, and it's only hurting you. At the end, it's only hurting you. So we gotta get past that, man, and that's basically what I'm telling y'all guys out there. If you're seeing this video, understand that, man. I'm teaching y'all stuff, and I like to share things that someone else is not telling you, man. A lot of these barbers out here that I know, a lot of my friends that are successful, they're building empires, bro. They're trying to sell you gloves, they're trying to sell you gel, they're trying to sell you backpacks, and I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm just saying, like, what I do and what I'm doing is not the popular thing. It's not like the in thing right now. But and it's hard to duplicate because you got to live the life, man. You can't fake the funk on this. You got to live that life, and you got to have that experience to be able to carry yourself well. You got to be able to have a good voice, good vocabulary. You got to be able to look people in the eye and be honest, because if you're not honest, people are gonna spot that a mile away. You can't be making up numbers. Yeah, man, I made 100 and I made this much and that much, and look at me now. Like, dude, people can smell through the BS, man. And that's the thing. I'm not here to mislead anyone. I share my journey. I share my thoughts. I share my experiences because I try to be the person that I needed when I was young. That's who I am. I try to be that person, and that's my motive, is to be the person that I needed. And even now, like, I've gone through some stuff in my life. I reached out to some friends. I reached out, like, and I usually don't do that. I usually deal with my own stuff by myself. Reached out to some friends, no reply. And it's people that I thought that I had looked out for them when they were in need. And it doesn't have to do with money. It has to do with time, and it has to do with, like, showing just showing concern, and making something a priority, and they made me a priority. I thought we had that, but we didn't. And when I reached out to them, I said, "Hey, man, can we meet up? I just want to talk. I want to change. I want a different perspective. I'm making some choices." "Oh yeah, no, we'll talk. This and that, blah blah." Nothing. I didn't get no response. Never heard back, and it hurt me. It hurt me to a point where I was like, "Damn, man, like, I really am in this world alone." Not in a sense like that, but like when it comes down to it, people got their own problems, man. People got their own problems, and it's only not everybody. I don't want to make a blanket statement, but I'm saying, like, a lot of people, if they're not in a good place to talk to you, they can be like, "Hey man, well, I got my own stuff to worry about, dog. So hey, stay strong. Do what you got to do, man. Pray about it." And it's sometimes we I'm not saying God's not gonna answer or God doesn't listen. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you need that interaction with someone that you have a mutual respect for, someone that you have a mutual love for. Doesn't have to be anything sexual or nothing like that. It's just, someone that knows you, and that can, sit there. You don't want to sit in your pain alone, man. Sometimes you want to be in the pain, but you want someone to sit there, and you don't want to be lonely about it. Doesn't mean you're going to project your pain onto them. It just means, like, they're there and say, like, "You know what? I feel you. Like, it's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to, heal. It's okay to deal with the trauma that you grew up with, whatever, you're dealing with in your life." And sometimes you want that friend to be there, and sometimes you don't have that, man. And then you're like, damn. You can use that, and you can definitely turn it into negative and be like, "You know what, man, I'm on my own. F everybody. I'm doing this, blah, blah, blah." And then it's like, all you're going to do is hurt yourself again and set yourself up for failure. So what I learned is, like, you know what? Not everybody is capable of meeting me where I need to be at. I have to do that for myself. So I had to dig deep, deep, deep inside of me to pick myself up and say, "You know what, Joe? You got yourself in this. You need to get yourself out of it." You need to be more aware. You need to be more conscious. You need to read books. You need to grab information before you make your decision on what you want to do, where you want to go, all these things, right? And that's what I started doing, man. Every day, boom, boom, boom. No Netflix, no TV, music is probably the only thing. But even then, I went from listening to just like secular music or worldly music. Like I still listen to some of that stuff here and there, but to meditation music because I'm like, man, I need to heal myself. I need to stop dwelling on pain. I need to stop dwelling on the past. I need to stop doing all these things that I feel like, man, I was just stuck in the mud and I'm just like thinking of all the past. So I say, you know what, man, I'm not no longer living in my past. I'm living in my future. So all I started thinking about is future, making my school happen, opening another school, buying realty, investing money in NFTs, investing money into crypto, uh, positioning other people that are around me that I know that have small businesses. They just need someone to invest in them. And that's where I come in. And I'm like, all right, I got this money. So let me help you get your food truck going. Let me help you get your landscaping going. We'll team up as a partnership. I'll buy this, buy that, buy equipment, make it bigger, get you more clientele. But then we split the profit and blah, blah, blah. So not a huge profit. I don't, it's not that I need to make a huge profit, but there has to be something like that due to taxes, because I know I'm gonna get hit over the head for taxes. But it's like, man, I have to, CPA will figure all that out. But I'm just saying, it's just those things, man. I don't mind helping people. I don't mind giving a hand up. I just don't want to give handouts to anybody because I know that's just gonna hurt those people, and they think that, oh man, like I'm being rewarded for not trying, and I can't do that. I can't give participation trophies to anybody at all. I can't do it. It doesn't work for me. Um, I'll give you a game plan. I'll give you a blueprint. I'll give you something, but I can't just give you money or I can't give you this like opportunity. Yes, I can't just. It doesn't happen that way, man. So because if you're not working for, if you were working for, that's different, man. If I see you hustling and breaking your back, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, that dude deserves it. Like I feel like I deserve it. I've broken my back many times. I've done a lot of stuff for many people, and a lot of people have let me down. A lot of people backstab me. A lot of people talk about me. A lot of people lied to my face. They told me they're going to be loyal to me, that they're going to stay at my shop and help me build. And they did, man. As soon as something happened in their life, they just abandoned me. And for a long time, I had like abandonment issues, and that all stems from my childhood trauma. One time, my mom, she left to Mexico to go have a good time, and she left us by ourselves at her house. I was like 6 years old, bro. My little brother was probably about two. I was a little bit older than six. I was probably about 8 or 9 because I'm a little bit older than my brother. But regardless, that trauma, it followed me my whole life. I hated I had abandonment issues, like in relationships and friendships, like all that stuff. I carried it for a long time. So now that I'm older and now that I kind of I still had it up to this point, and I just dealt with it. And I say, you know what, man? It's okay to be alone sometimes. Like you need to be alone sometimes because you get to think clearer. No one's projecting their pain or their opinion in my life. It's just me and God, and that's all that matters to me. It's like, and started looking at myself for who I was, and I started loving myself again. I started thinking like, man, you're a good dude, Joe. Like you're talented. You do all these things. You have a good outlook. You put positive energy out. You're strong. You set goals. I'm not perfect, man. I know that. I know the things that I need to work on, but I began to love myself again and saying like, you know what, man, this is working for me. I'm on the right path. Like I know that there's a divine timeline that is operating, and I'm in it now. Like I feel like I was stagnant for a long time. I feel like I was like lost. Like I felt like I was just disconnected, just there, like la 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 la, like doing things. And then when things didn't work out, I'd be mad and, oh man, I want to take it out on everybody. I want to blame people. I want to point the finger, and I never pointed it at myself. And then I dragged down people with me too into my pain and my pit, and I feel bad for that. But now I'm like, you know what, Joe? If you stay true to what you want to do, you're on the right path. Things are coming, and they're coming fast. So I got to be ready for them, man, mentally, physically. Like I said, if $1 million just fell right here, boom, I already know what to do with it. I'm not gonna, like I already know. Okay, divide it, spread it out, pay my taxes, pay this, pay all my debt. And then, okay, now this, I'm going to use this to start this business, pay off this. And it's like, I already have the plan in my head. I wrote it down on a piece of paper plate. But the thing is, I want y'all to see that, and you got to think like that, man. Like you really have to. You have to be ready for those things that you want. You have to live that way and stop thinking like, well, it didn't work last time, or it didn't work this time, or it didn't work that time. And it's like, dude, it's a winner is someone that just didn't give up when they failed. That's all a winner is. You're one idea away from being a winner. And that's why you have to train your mind to just keep going, like keep pushing forward, don't stop. I mean, you got it's the whole Mamba mentality, and that's what it is, man. And it's you got to apply that to life because you're gonna have obstacles, you're gonna have opposition, you're gonna have failure, you're gonna have all type of stuff come at you, bro. But you got to just look at the positive side of everything at all times, because if you don't, you're gonna be stuck in a cycle, and it's just gonna be back to square one, back to square one, back to square one. And it's just like, dude, you don't want to be part of that, man. I know I was tired of being in that kind of situation. So that's when I decided, like, man, I tried everything else. Why not start thinking positive? Why not get into, working on my spirituality and trying to figure out who I am? And that's how this journey's gone. So y'all can see all my videos. I I like to share a lot of things with you guys. I like I said, I talk to y'all like I'm talking to my kids or someone that I love, that's family. And that's why I say what I say, because I mean it, and I'm genuine, I'm authentic, I'm human just like y'all, and I deal with stuff. But I've learned to deal with myself. And at the core of who I am, I know I'm a good person. I know I have good intentions, and I know I want to help people. I want to help people reach their full potential. I want people to not be living with the mentality of just being poor or victim or I can't or nah, man. That's all in your head. Once you get past that, things will happen. My snap didn't work. So, anyways, that's the message for today. Keep going. Don't stop. I know yesterday's message was like, what was it? I forgot what it was. I know it was just like, hey man, the show goes on, right? Because the show goes on. The show goes on. And it's true. The show goes on, man, no matter what. And you gotta stay motivated. You gotta have a morning routine. You really have to work on yourself, man. And I really advise you to do that if you really want to become successful in your life. And success is different for everybody. I gotta make sure that I make that clear. Success is not the same for everybody. To me, success is just finding your peace and finding your joy, man, and it being consistent daily, where you don't have to break your back trying to be happy. And you're gonna have to work to get to that point. Things are gonna be a little. It's scary. It's scary when you go looking for yourself. It's very scary because you have to deal with stuff from the past, and you have to get past that, and you got to let it go. And then, okay, man, now I'm ready to find out who I really am, what I love, who I love, and what you believe. And you got to find a way to balance all of that. And you know, it's the journey that makes life worth living. It is. It really is, man. And that's why I share it with you guys, because it's all in the journey, man. It's not the destination. Like even me, like I said, man, if money was not an object to me, I would still continue to do exactly what I'm doing now with, talking, sharing, motivating, giving people opportunity. I do it in a less stressful environment because you're constantly worried about bills. I know I am. I'm constantly worried about bills, taking care of my kids, taking care of my son that's in college, taking care of, like just things that I want to accomplish and things that I, signed up to do, or, finishing off a business loan, finishing off, my credit cards, finishing off all my, stuff that I gotta pay monthly, and trying to buy a house, man. And it's hard. It's all those things is hard, but it's very doable. And I'm staying loyal. I'm staying faithful. I'm to myself, and in return, I can do that for people. If I ever get into a situation where I have to be faithful or loyal to someone else, I know I'm capable of doing it now. And I feel for a long time I wasn't able to do that, man, because I had so many insecurities about myself, and I let that be a burden, and it sucks that happened, and I just feel terrible about it. But it's just like, you know what, man, everything happens for a reason. If that didn't happen, I wouldn't be in the position that I am now, where I can really control my emotions a lot better. I can talk about some of the deepest things and not break down. And that's why when you deal with your stuff, it's painful, but you come out way stronger, bro. I'm telling you. And that in itself is a reward. And give myself a little pat on the back, because a lot of people, if they wear my shoes, I promise you they would crumble. They would, man, because they're not ready for all that, the realness of pain, failure, uh, disappointment. That's a lot. It's a big slap. It's a big slap in the face, and then you just gotta take it. And you're just like, you seen those videos, right, where people are across from a table and just whack, and you're like, oh man, like you can't see nothing. It's like, but you're standing there like, you know what, man, I'm taking this because I ain't losing. And that's, life will hit you like that, bro. And for me, I took that hit, and I was dazed. I was dazed. I tell you that I was dazed, man. But when I snapped out of it, I was like, whoa. I took it. I was able to take it. I thought I was gonna fall. I thought I was gonna pass out. I thought I was just gonna be like, you know what, man, I'm done with this. But I didn't, and I passed the test, and now I'm just like, all right, I'm leveling up, to be ready to take on more responsibility. I want more finances. I want to position more people. I want to build my empire of businesses and all that kind of stuff. And I'm ready, and I'm doing it the right way, man. I'm not trying to cheap nobody. I'm not trying to use nobody. I don't want to do none of that stuff. I'm doing it the right way. And if people want to partner up with me, I consider that. I'm not worried about that. But I got to make sure that I have a legal team that's going to be able to, where it benefits both parties. And that's all I want. I don't mind giving people opportunity. I'd rather give people opportunity than me give them just money. Because it's the same thing that we read in the Bible. If you teach a man to fish, you're never gonna have to feed him again, and that's what I want to do. I want to teach people how to fish, so I don't have to feed them. And yeah, I could reward people and I can bless people, but I think the greatest blessing is that, like, don't tell me, like, don't give me something. Show me how to get what you got. When you hang out with millionaires, you don't need them to give you money. Just ask them, like, how did you get what you got, so I can do it. Show me to do what you did, and I'll do it. I'll put the work in. And that's the mentality that we have to have in life. Um, you know, but all right, man, well, I've reached the end. It's been 32 minutes, holy moly. But it's been a good conversation. I hope y'all enjoy it. I'm very grateful. I hope you have a blessed day. I hope you take some time to meditate, even if it's just 5 minutes, man. Just sit still. Don't think of nothing. Just like get your mind clear. Take deep breath in, hold it, release it all as much as you can. Do that about 15 times. And then just stay still, man. Stay still and just be in the moment. Be in the moment, and just realize, like, okay, man, I have all this to do today. And then you're ready to do it. You're ready to do it. You got your body ready, you got your heart ready, you got your mind right. If you need to ask for forgiveness, even if that person's not there, man, just ask God to forgive you. Like, you know what, man, I'm mad at my brother. He stole my money. I'm mad at my mom. I'm mad at my dad. I'm mad at whoever. Just say, you know what, man, I forgive everybody. Just, I want to start with a clean slate this morning. Whatever I did, forgive me. Forgive me my thoughts. Forgive me my words. Forgive for what I didn't do. Forgive me for what I did do. And all right, I'm clean, God. Let's go. And you move forward. That's something that I recommend that you do, man, because you want to clear your mind, you want to clear your heart, and then everything will line up better for you. And I hope you have a blessed day, man. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have an abundance of love, money, health, everything that you need to just be the best version of you. Like, that's what I want. I want to wish you that. So, all right, man, y'all stay blessed and y'all stay faded.